What's up, guys? Okay, so I just had quite magical experience. Quite a magical experience. Exploring the path that the universe. Whoops, sorry. Exploring the path that the universe laid out for me tonight. Okay, so yeah, I had a really interesting time. If you caught my stream earlier, I was trying to figure out exactly why I felt like going to the store, why I felt like that was a thing that I needed to do for my day. Well, I figured that out. Figured that out tonight. And what I figured out was that you can meet individuals that are on your energetic wavelength or vibe or frequency, whatever you want to call it. And when you meet these individuals, you have decisions that you can make that could drastically change their lives one way or the other. So, what I will explain tonight was an interaction that I had between three different individuals, myself and two others. When I went somewhere, I'm just going to speak sort of vaguely, but it doesn't matter how vague I am. The whole point will get across just fine. I went somewhere tonight to buy things I didn't need: a pack of cigarettes, Red Bull, soda. I think I forgot the Red Bull. So it was a completely pointless journey tonight for me personally, as far as my desires and my personal goals that I thought I could include to this spiritual knowing that I had to do something tonight. um, that inner voice tonight decided, or just, well, it was speaking out tonight, said, yo, you got to go to the store tonight. I'm like, but I don't need anything. I've got everything I need. What do I need? And they're like, optional items, but you have to go to the store tonight. You have to go that way tonight. I'm like, all right, I'll get a pack of cigarettes, maybe a Red Bull, a couple of sodas, whatever. I just knew what I had to do. And what I wanted to do was neutral. So in this moment, I decided to do what it called me to do, the voice called me to do. And that's how we should be living every single day of our lives. But the problem is that the world and society has us living lives that we are required to do just to survive and maintain everything that which makes up our current desired reality, aka the big car, the fancy home, the stable environment for our children, and all that makes sense. And I won't argue with that making sense. But that's not how we're supposed to live. Not when you're on the level of you know more, and you either know that you're feeding the machine or you're saving humanity. Because when it comes to that, there's a black and white line. Most people are everywhere in between feeding the machine and saving the reality. Most of you guys are right here. And that's okay for the most part. But once you start waking up, you have to know whether you're deciding to continue to feed the machine with your normal reality and daily life and natural goals logically, with your brain, not with your spiritual aspect. You got to understand that either you're feeding the machine or you're waking up humanity. You're on the same path that I am. I'm on this path. But I am just the catalyst for you guys to understand that you're on this path or this path. I'm a catalyst for all of you guys to understand where you're going to fucking be. Where are you going to be? What side are you on? The secret, really, beyond probably all of us, is whatever road you pick, in a sick way, we're all on the same side. So tonight I went to go get some sodas. I went to go do with what my gut was calling me to do. And I come across two individuals. One looked like he was like definitely there for a reason, and the other was hopeful to meet them. But I showed up in the middle of it, and I'm a wild card in that mix of energy. So the other two energies decided to unmix because of my presence. And I decided to understand the whole situation for what it was and attempted to neutralize the situation. What it drew down to was that I took off with one of these individuals and got to really connect with them. And what I found out was that on the surface, we were completely different looking people. But we found this middle ground very quickly. What was the middle ground? Jesus. Jesus Christ was the middle ground. We found so much middle ground that both of us openly stated that we're not Jesus fans. But the energy that makes us who we are at the core, we're or we are the embodiment of that good energy for the world. Whether we're on our path or not, that was our similarities tonight. I can tell you this. If you're too high up on the level of class, traditional class, you won't be able to connect with a lot of people that are below a certain level of class and societal judgment. But if you can look at me, just look at me right now. Right now, if I wanted to, I could put on me a face, bro, and a voice, bro. And I could sell you your next fucking crack rock, bro. Or with a bit of a fine tunement to my hair and a little bit of shaving, I can sell you your next cell phone contract, your next monthly subscription. I can share with things. I could share things with you that will change your life because I'm more presentable. What I chose to be here is an avatar that connects with some of the lowest of low and some of the highest of high all at the same time. That's what I'm discovering. That's what I'm discovering that makes me different from other people that are also on a similar path of healing, on a similar path of waking people up. I can connect to your people in the ghetto and link up and drag those people up to what we perceive as the people that are as high as the Hilton, so to speak. But I don't like to really use that analogy because they're more along the lines of the problem, the Hiltons. But I'm a healer in the middle ground. I have governed powers that come up way up here, have very extreme powers, but they're only used when I need them. And I operate from here, and I'm gravitated towards people that are down here. So what I do is kind of like meet up, energetically sync with these people, and enlighten them to my level. And when shit gets too hard up here, I can have a link up here to tell me how to navigate that. And in some cases, it's how to re-elevate my level to a higher level, or how to elevate myself to a level that I can crane them up where I'm trying to get them to be. So in a lot of ways, I'm here to teach a lot of lessons. I'm here to help expand people's awareness of self when I myself is governed. I've had to understand that. I've had to come to a realization that I just can't be like spreading everything 100% truth nonstop. If I did that, I'd be like Jesus Christ. I'd be strung up to the fucking cross. I'd be whipped. I'd be killed. I'd be mutilated, and everybody would be my death. He's been there. He's done that. That's how it ended. That's how it'll happen again. Why would there be another Jesus if he come here knowing that's what he would go through? So he's not going to do that. He's playing it safe without a meat shield. He's coming through Source. He's coming through Holy Ghost. He's coming through Christ consciousness, and he's taking people like me over, left and right, all over, to give little spurts of change that can spark real change into people. And a lot of us end up, continue to end up put in cages, put in boxes, stuck with needles. So it's difficult to walk this path. For one, anything I say will just get squelched. It will just get censored. I know that already. That's one of the ways they keep this information squelched. This is real magic. And they don't want you to know. This is real magic. You guys can message me if you want to know, how do I empower myself? How do I wake up my magic? How do I become magical? You can always add me as Harry Sheet on Facebook. Send an email to horrysheetproductions@gmail.com. You guys can ask me directly. I'm a real fucking person. Some of the channels that you guys follow have dubbed me a shill. I know this. Those people, I question those people. You see my studio. This is my studio. This is my kitchen. My bathroom. This is my front door. Ain't nobody paying me. Ain't nobody on the government paying me to spread the information I'm spreading. They're hiding me. And if you're here, you're getting some of the most empowering information you can possibly find in the world. I'm convinced of that now because I know what's real and what's bullshit. A lot of the bullshit is right there on the surface. A lot of the real shit is so hidden. So hidden. So if you want to help the bigger picture, share this kind of stuff. Share this channel. Share this conversation. Just click the fucking share button. That means more to me than like another person becoming a $1 Patreon subscriber. I can support my own self, but like, I don't know if it's you guys aren't sure about believing me, or if you're not sure that you're powerful as well, that stops you from sharing this information. But I'd love to know what keeps you from hitting the share button. I honestly do want to know, like, is it a condition thing? Is it something that like you feel would not be something you could share on your circle because that also makes me think like, what do you know, why are you wearing a mask? Share your beliefs. Share what you believe. Share what you're interested in. What's up, Unendow Moon? I have a really cracked cell phone, so I can hardly see that. Unendow Moon and Stare. What's up, bro? If you can, Unendow, share with us how you discovered this channel. I'm really curious to know if you found me. Thanks. Thank you for sharing. Like, really, thank you for sharing. I don't always just have random conversations like this, but when I do, it's because I'm at a sort of a breaking point, trying to figure out what I need to do to keep on my path while I know I'm on hold right now. Look, I know I'm on hold. I know I'm on hold for about a year. Because what my goals are, my plans are, is to be somewhere else with somebody that will empower my life path. And if I can't do that this way, on this path that I'm choosing and trying to create, there's going to be another path. The other path it has always been there for me. It's a path I've been on already. It's a path I've been thrust into without my logical reasoning. And that path was straight up homelessness. That path was nothing like you guys get to see from me. So I'm not worried about going down that path. That path was the most entertaining, spiritually involving. That the homeless path for me meant so much more than doing what it takes to live in a room that I just showed you guys, my tour of my studio. Like, I don't care about holding on to any of this VR and games and all this. I don't care about any of that. I do that to maintain because I'm on hold. I'm on hold for a year. If I don't get where I want to be in a year, I give up on all this. I want to go save ducks from being drowned in a pond in a lake. I want to go save women from being raped behind Walmart. I want to go save people on their deathbed from being succumbed to double pneumonia in each lung. Like, these are three things that I've already done before, from using my own intuition, from being connected. I want to do those things again every day, every week. I want the opportunity to do at least one of those three things or more. Being homeless for me, that's the path I'll be on. Those things. And those things mean a hell of a lot more. To be doing those things means a hell of a lot more to me right now than my path currently, which is completely censored without you guys sharing this information. It's completely censored. I'm not able to empower people because I'm too censored. So why do this path when it's comes with so much resistance? And I need you guys to help me on this path in so many ways, or I can get off of this path and do things that are underground, unheard of, not live streamed, saving people, waking them up, healing them from their deathbed. This fucking matters too, okay? So I have two different paths, and I don't know which one I want to do. I'd love to do both. It'd be great. And I probably could, but one requires that I have nothing that this path requires. So this is internet, this is computers, this is live stream, this is everything you guys know. This path here is like, I might connect to a Walmart Wi-Fi to tell you guys what I did that day. But everything else I did that day matters so much more than like everything I'm trying to maintain to hold on to this path. And that's why I'm at this struggle. It's like, with this path, I got to pay rent and phone bill and internet and expenses. This path, I qualify for food stamps and I can do whatever the fuck I want the rest of the fucking day. And whatever the fuck I want the rest of the fucking day, all these things, is being a hero and saving lives. Okay? A lot of this shit over here is surviving to live, paying the bills. I got one thing I can really do that I want to hold on to in this path. I got a lot of things over here that I want to hold on to. This is the difference here. And the difference is how much time you take to devote to your fucking path. The society, the world, the way it's built will keep you on a certain path to survive, to live. You want that fancy house? You want that fancy car? You got to take this path. You can't take the homeless path. The homeless path is a fuck all the car and the fancy bills, the fucking rent. You don't even need food stamps. The universe will take care of all your needs when you go this path. That's kind of the path I think Jesus took, but I digress. You guys see where I'm coming from? I'm only here right now because I'm on this path. I'm on this path because I'm not sure which one to take. I just know this one's way different than this one. You guys won't get any of the shit that you're used to from this path. And I don't know how many of you will stick along for this one, but if I go this path, I need you guys, or I'm really going to not be streaming a whole lot and I'm going to be fucking, you guys ain't going to see me. I'm going to be doing my own fucking thing. And that's okay too. The bigger picture is what I'm worried about. Who can I change more people with? This path or this path? I don't know. But if you guys share my information from this one, it will tell me that I should hold on to this path more than I should try out this path, which is already more fulfilling to me. More adventurous, more dangerous, more fulfilling. I don't like this path. I don't like doing video commercials to pay my bills. Lying to people for products I don't give two fucks about. Knives, penis pills, creams, cryptocurrencies. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over here with their business. But I make my living on trying to get their business off the ground. I've been doing that for years. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know. Just give me a script. The same guy, your NBC, ABC, Fox News school correspondents, they're given a script. That's their job. They have to look like they know everything about it. They're experts. Let me tell you something. They're not experts on any of the shit that they're talking about. They're given a script. And when the script goes awry, they're not allowed to give answers. They're not allowed to. Let me read the chat. Sorry, guys, I'm missing a lot of this. Africa says, is this the legendary blade and sorcery gamer? Yes, it is. This is. This is the Horry Sheet, the adventures of Horry Sheet in so many ways. Syncrosis, I guess. Syncrosis. Go save fish from drowning. Sell everything and get a VR with solar panels, RV. I thought about that, bro. I thought about that. Amen, bro. Mark Melbourne. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Africa says, then don't go down that path. I don't know what you're talking about. Your mind is already made. My mind isn't already made. My mind is made, but my spirit knows better. And I'm trying to figure out how to reach more people with the best information. I can make a new channel and talk about VR products, VR news, VR games, and I can be a big channel. I already know this. But my passion isn't about sharing VR news and knowledge and games. That's an interest. That's a hobby. My passion is to wake you up and tell you that you can heal headaches, nausea, joint pain, menstrual pain, pull out overdoses, increase your orgasms in your sex life, and use that sexual tantric energy to create and manifest your own reality in ways that you can't fucking comprehend right now. But if I just told you that in a nutshell like I just did, you might think I'm fucking crazy. But I can have about a 4-hour-long conversation of things that I've been, things I've done, things I've tried, things that I know work, and things that I might think could work. And that's a whole nother 4-hour conversation. So we're talking about a 10-hour conversation, give or take, that will change your life. But are you going to listen? No, I don't fucking know. Are you too interested in video games, or are you interested in waking yourself up, seeing what's behind the curtain? It's up to you. I'm trying to figure out how to put my information into a stream and figure out if I should mix the two or not mix the two. That's where I'm at. Because I know I'm censored. And the only way I'm not going to be censored and reach more people is through you guys. Once you're censored, it's up to you guys, not me. I can make my SEO Like, you pull up New Orleans eyelash extensions, and one of the videos I made is #1, first page of Google, first fucking spot. That's called SEO. I did that. It's still there. It still works. That was 5 years ago or more. When you pull up Flat Earth Digest, a keyword that I targeted, that I tried to get 100% mine, you ain't gonna find it. You're not gonna find it. I know I'm that censored. I know what to do to get seen. And when that doesn't work, you're censored. So it's up to you guys. I'm just trying to figure out, do I be more of a catfish, or do I keep going this hard, resistant route that I've been for 5-6 years now and it's not getting me anywhere? Do I split my channel or do I not? To beat the algorithm. You guys are here, 5 people deep. I appreciate that. It's awesome. Lets me know I'm not wasting my time. I should follow my intuition. And I'm trying to feel that out. You know, my intuition right now is just as loud as my egotistical, logical brain when it comes to asking this question: do I split my channel? Yes or no? Africa says, the note go down the path. I don't know what you're talking about. Your mind is already okay. Yeah. Put yourself first. Everything will fall into place. Unendow. You know what? Yeah, I could put myself first and everything will fall into place. If I put myself first, I wouldn't give anything to you guys. I can't do that. I'm here to put myself second to last, you know? And that's what makes me different. I'm here for the bigger picture. I don't need the luxuries. So I'll give up the luxuries to really try to help other people that randomly come across me actually take some bits of information and really change their lives, which will essentially have a domino effect. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to really change people's lives. What's going to really do it for them? I can talk about stuff that I've done all day, but how do I get you to know that you're also powerful? That you're also fucking magical? You're a god. You're a creator. Huh? How do I do that? I can try to show you. I can try to show you in a live stream. I can do it right now. Are you going to listen? Do I make those kind of streams? Yes or no? That's why I'm here right now. I'm asking that question. I've gotten the answer earlier, and they're like, yeah, do it. Let's do it. We're here for you. Okay. So maybe I will. Follow your highest passion the best you can. No insistence or assumptions or the outcome. That's it. You know, that's it really. You gotta go with your intuition. That voice is your intuition. You go with that shit. I'm with that. That's why I hit the live button right now. Something's like, go live again, tell your story, tell your experience tonight. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I got to say. And they're like, do it. Okay. So here I am. I had an experience tonight that was special for me. It was special for me because I got to read the 2 other individuals in this experience. And I was so above the level. I could tell this one guy was so nervous about the whole interaction. And I just kept telling him, bro, you don't have to be scared of me. You don't have to be nervous. I'm just an empath. I can just read the energy. You don't have to be scared about that. And this dude was nervous about me. I'm like, I get it. I already understand where he's coming from. There's nothing I can really say to the guy. But to be on that level of understanding is a gift. It's a gift. It's the same gift that if I were to, look, I've done this. Let me share a story with you guys. This is how this gift can be utilized in real life situations. So I was dating somebody. That's the Holy Ghost, Mark of Melbourne. Yeah, Mark, I've experienced the Holy Ghost a couple of times. I've experienced talking in tongues in an intuitive way that just freaked people out. I'll have to share that one with somebody. Well, I mean, with a whole different stream, but the story I was about to share. Hold on. No, I don't have crypto. I don't have any crypto. I'm starting to get into that stuff though. Shit. What was I gonna? I was gonna share a story. Um, well, it just went away. Let me light the cigarette. Maybe it'll come back to me. That's cig. Thanks, Africa. Thanks. Everything is turning off right now. My whole like computer just went into sleep mode. Like everything is trying to stop me from sharing what I wanted to share. It was about a girl. God damn it, it was something good. Shit. I'd have to rewind my stream to see what the hell I was about to share. I love that. Um, anyway, at least you're not censored on the Steam discussion forums because that's where I found it. Oh, Steam discussion forums. Wait, oh, what did you find on the Steam discussion forums? I'd love to know where you guys are finding me because I just put out something on the Blade and Sorcery Nexus videos page, which was some of my best work. Harry Sheet, Blade and Sorcery. There you go. Oh wow! So the Steam discussion forums where you find I posted last there a while ago. Did you find me as Chrono Hood? Because that's who I post there as, or did you find like my Adventures of Horry Sheet Blade and Sorcery video? Because I posted that months ago there on the Steam, but just today earlier I posted the same video on the yeah Adventures. So you did. So I just posted that same video on the Blade and Sorcery Nexus page today. So, I'm trying to look. My YouTube channel is sort of a honeypot. It's to try to get people who aren't into the spiritual stuff to see something they can relate to, which is, I'm a gamer, I'm a VR person, I do cool, funny shit. I'm skilled in a lot of ways there, entertainer wise. And so hopefully I can draw some people in with a little bit of that and you get that, and it's good it's good content. If you like Blade and Sorcery, you'll like the Horry Sheet Adventures episodes that I'm putting out. I do live streams where I talk about let's find the Temple of Schmegma. Which map am I going to use for episode 2? And if you watch my channel, you get to see what I choose to make the episode 2. That's cool. So you can follow me for that. But all of a sudden, you find yourself looking at my other videos, and you're like, they're eating babies. There's energy healing and you can pull out headaches and nausea and what with your hands. That's what my channel is really for. It's to kind of draw some people into that are into distractions, draw them into real powerful stuff, powerful information. I think the algorithm is on to me just on a basic level. If I'm pushing out information like out of body travel, Reiki, Tantra, stuff, just that alone, flat Earth, yeah, that alone, but all just those 3, 4 things right there, they got you on a list already because that's the most powerful shit that will wake people up to their true power. So, flat Earth already killed me because I already got real big, real fast on flat Earth, and they cut me out for that. Everything else, they also cut me out for. So I'm fucking capped out, bro. I'm capped at 2,500. Once I hit 2,500 subs on YouTube, the algorithm's probably going to stop unsubscribing people automatically. I get that. I don't care. So it's really up to you guys, to share this content. This ain't even the stuff I'd say share, but um, it's still very important information. Like people can ask me at any point in this chat, well, how do you do what you do? And I'll fucking tell you. And then the stream will be something more magical than it is now. I'm just telling you, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. and I've made the decisions based on those things. And nobody's asked me how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm here for that. I'm here for that more than just tooting my own freaking horn, right? Africa, do you take any drugs to do out of body travel? That's a fantastic question. The times I've done conscious, proven out of body travel, all all of those experiences have been 100% sober. No alcohol, no psychedelics, no even marijuana. Marijuana hurts my ability to astral travel, hurts my ability to remember dreams. Marijuana is a crutch for the consciousness. It is a hindrance for spiritual travel in many regards. It's not something you cannot overcome, because I'm sure I've still had experiences while stoned the night before, but those experiences have been much harder to control consciously. And the best, most consciously controlled, proven, 100% proven experiences have happened when I was 100% sober. So, shrooms, I wouldn't even share with you an experience that I astral traveled on under a shroom experience. You'll never see that on my channel without a complete disclaimer that said I was on shrooms and had this experience. Um, my first, most important, most magical, most powerful Jesus consciousness Christ experience happened, and I can't honestly tell you what drug I did to take it, because I don't remember taking any drug that would have done that. No acid, no shrooms. I took LSA, morning glory seeds, but that was the second time I've taken those and they didn't do anything. Anything I've done for that first Jesus experience couldn't have lasted over 24 hours. It lasted about 2 weeks. So that first experience was a major one, and I don't know what brought it on. I just know what I did, what was possible, and it was magic. It was magic. It was like it was walking around as a god in a human meat shield. Yeah, I could have walked in the middle of the war over there in Afghanistan and just put my hands out and asked both sides to stop, and I would have had the words to say to get them both to stop. I mean, that's how powerful that experience was. What they tried to do was stick me in a cage, poke me with a needle, and they did. I could have fought it, but I gave in. Why did I give in? I'm still questioning that, but it took me giving in. It took two 320-pound guys. Keep in mind, I'm only 115, 118 pounds, soaking wet, 5'3". This took about two 6-foot guys, both which were 300 pounds each, 600 pounds of people, to push me into a room. They couldn't lift me off the ground. I was magnetically attracted to the ground. I was a rock. They couldn't lift me up, couldn't lift me off the ground to shove me in a room. They couldn't bang my elbows to crash me through the door hold threshold. No, couldn't do that. I was powerful. I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to hurt them at all. It was a very, very, very powerful experience to experience completely sober. What do I say about it other than share everything I remember about it? You know, um, am I Christian now? No. Um, Africa, what is laying on your desk? Oh, pack of cigarettes, Red Bull bottles, butane, memory cards, green duct tape. You're 5'3"? Dang. 5'3", pure muscle. You would think so. Write a book. I could write a book. I could write a book at 103 words a minute with no errors. I could write a book at any point, but uh, I want to connect with people more one on one. I want to put my stuff out there and receive those emails from people that are like, hey, I have a question. And I want to be able to consciously spiritual be like, bing. Oh, I have an answer, a possible solution to that hurdle. That's what I'm here for. I can share what I've done all day long, and people will come and go throughout this live stream and either think I'm crazy and unsub, or they'll listen and think that whatever they think. And I'm not here to say I'm special and you need to do some crazy spiritual meditation to get to where I'm at. I'm not here to say that. I'm here to say everybody's powerful. Everybody's powerful. And if I can do what I've done, then that just means you guys also can. That's where I'm coming from. But if I go and try to pry open people's minds to get them all on at least a level where I'm at, that's a problem. That's a problem for the bigger picture. That's why I'm censored. I'm not censored for being able to pull out your headaches, pull out your joint pains, pull out your nausea, pull out your drug overdose. I'm not really censored for that because Reiki information and energy healing is all over the internet. I'm censored because they figured out that I know how to pull out demonic entities. I'm censored because I know how to pull people right out of their bodies. I'm censored because when I'm opposed by a spirit that is extremely wise and powerful, I can oppose that spirit instead of let it take over me. And they've recognized this. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I'm surviving. You know, I don't need you don't need a whole lot to survive. Let me tell you something. You don't need 3 meals a day. You don't need. If they said you need 100% to survive, that's a lie. You need about 15 or less percent to survive. And the lower you are on that spectrum, the less you eat, the better you are. Eating, food, diet, big scam. Big scam. I'm gonna read the chat. YouTube, what's up, bro? Hey, man. Africa, was your astral trip in Afghanistan a real trip or was it a dream? No, I didn't astral trip to Afghanistan. I don't know where you got that from. I just know that like when I was embodying the Christ consciousness of Jesus Christ, I knew that I could go in the middle of both sides of the war, hold my hands out, and have the words to say to bring everybody together. That was 100% understood. I was able to talk to the highest of people in the military that was controlling that small particular area and convince them to put their weapons down and hug. But in the bigger picture, that was a small area and there was a much bigger war and there's much more areas that I needed to be. So it wasn't a thing that I needed to do. It would have taken a network of people like me to all wake up at the same time, have the money to take plane tickets, bypass security, that which is monitored for such people like us, shining as much bigger, brighter lights on the radar. Once all these bright lights start taking a fucking plane ticket to the same fucking location, don't think for a second that those in power know that there's not a bunch of Jesuses about to take over that fucking part of the world. Hello. Does that make sense to you? Let's put about 4 or 5 Buddhas in Texas. Let's put about 4 or 5 Jesuses, 4 or 5 Buddhas, 4 or 5 Allahs. Let's have 12 of those enlightened beings all in one fucking spot. All in one spot, agreeing with each other because they're the same Christ consciousness, spreading their gospel, to everyone in Texas at one time, 12 of us. It's not going to happen. 12 is too easy for 2,000 people in the military, in the police force, locally. Those 12 people would get apprehended by easily 200 people before we could even stand on a street corner with a megaphone. We get put in a cage, we get stuck with a syringe, and we'd forget who the fuck we are. We'd either die there or wake up fucked up. I've been there. I've resisted this shit twice. They put a catheter in my dick. A catheter in me. I went through 5 nurses. 5 nurses that were trying to stick me with a syringe that they didn't know what the hell the syringe was going to do other than sedate me. 5 nurses, I told them each one, if you stick me with that and it harms me, I forgive you. I forgive you. And I looked at them in the eyes with that Jesus Christ consciousness. And they couldn't stick me with a syringe. And they all walked out that room. I went through 4 or 5 nurses. I heard them outside my room talking about it, crying about it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. The nurse that did come in with me and stick me with that syringe while I was strapped to the gurney with a catheter in my dick had solid black eyes. There was no soul in there compared to the other nurses. So these people are infiltrating Western medicine. These NPCs, these people that have no souls, these people that have given up their souls, they're everywhere. They're mostly in high political powers of position. And when you're in this Christ consciousness mindset and you're looking into their eyes and you say, you know who I am, where's your chief? They have a decision to make. They're either going to try to abuse you and overpower you, or they're going to say, oh, he's something. He's something else. And they go get their higher power. I can't tell you how many times I did that when Holly got overtaken by that demon and called the ambulance over to our house, and I got put in a cop car and said the words to get taken out of the cop car and said the words to get put in the gurney. I had all the right words to not get put into jail. But when I got to the fucking cell they put me in, I can't tell you how, they limited how much water I could take. They kept giving me little tiny shot glasses of water while I was tripping and telling them, like, you guys need to hydrate me because, like, you're keeping me in a cage right now where I have essential needs and can't get to them. And they knew that they needed to provide me with my essential needs, but they didn't want to. And the words I had to say to get them to do what they were lawfully obliged to do, they had to do, because the game is set up in such a way they had to. It was a game to me, and I got to see the game. I got to see the whole game. The only way I got out was they told me that they had to take my blood, which I knew also the game at that point was to see what the hell they were going to get from my DNA. So I did it because I knew that it wasn't the first time they had to take my blood. I'm already on record. So I got let out because that was the last straw. And yeah. But they know what to do. When you wake up to Christ consciousness and somebody calls the cops on you because you haven't eaten and sleeping for a week, and all you do is sit there naked in the living room and meditate, somebody's going to call the cops on you. Somebody will call the cops on you. So I'm here to share that kind of shit. I'm here to share that we don't need what society tells us we need. We don't need that 3 meals a day. We certainly don't need to be working 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week's too much. We're not supposed to be working to survive. We're supposed to be making this world a better place. That's why the whole "Make America Great Again" thing totally resonating with a lot of people right now, because that's truth, but it's thrown at us very politically with a face on it. I don't know what to think about Trump. I don't know what to think about Biden. I just think that's all part of the puppet show. This place is controlled by two things: a form of pure evil and secrecy, and a form of pure light, love, and justice, and knowledge and spreading of it. So all the good and all the bad is like this big yin yang, the white and the black. Most of us reside in the middle of those two spectrums. Most of that residing is conscious, but way too much of it is unconscious, and it guides our conscious way of thinking. Our past traumas easily have a way of guiding us. Our past traumas have a way of making decisions for us. If you were raped in a past life, you'll have a standoffish connection towards most males because of just that. If you're picked on for being too fat or too ugly when you were little, you'll grow up thinking that you have to be a certain way or strive to be a certain way to be accepted. That's baby stuff. Once you can evolve past what society expects of you, you can come into your own. And that's only part of the battle. That's just getting rid of the shit that controls your creativity on the societal level. You have to really come into your own and be like, what the F am I here for? What am I here for? Why was I born? Why did I decide to be here? You got to ask yourself those questions. You got to go there. And I'm going to tell you how to get those answers right now. You got to shut up. You got to shut your mind up. You got to stop your egotistical ways of thinking. You got to stop those background processes that it's going on in your head. When you ask that question, why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? Those three questions are the same question. When you ask those questions, you better be ready for the first and very quick answer that pops out. It might be at a volume of 1%, but if you can't pick that up, you're going to be misled by the ego, because you're going to get that answer first, and then you're going to get another answer that's louder and that you understand more and you can relate to maybe a little more. That's the ego. So the first answer is the one that's right. And boy, that could be difficult. That could tell you to stop hanging around with your best friend. That could tell you to break up with your boyfriend. That could tell you to have a divorce with your husband. That could tell you to stop talking to your family, your mother, your father. That could really change your life. That first answer, usually it won't tell you those things unless it's really bad. But if it does tell you those things, it's to teach those people a lesson to value you and what you're here for if you follow your path 100%. If your path is leading you away from those people, it's only leading you to a path of strength and power. When you listen to that voice, it's going to lead you on a path that's going to open up more and more and more doors. It might not lead you to the path of getting that biggest house and that best fucking car and that greatest job you're going to spend 60 hours a week on. It might, and very well, most likely will, lead you to a path of real happiness. A path where you can wake up every day and feel like, this is what I'm living for. Yeah, you can still have that car and that great house and shit. This path could still very well lead you to very many great financial things, materialistic things. If your path is to heal people, You might have an inclination to be a doctor, but if it leads you into Western medicine, you're going to be governed. Your healing path is going to be controlled. Your path might be to heal people, but not as a Western medicine doctor, but more as a holistic healer, herbalist, or Reiki practitioner. So your path of life, you might feel like you need to heal people, and that's true. And you ask, how do I heal people? And the voice is going to say you heal them with herbs and magic. And your logic is going to be like, well, be a fucking doctor or a nurse or a veterinarian. Those are all good things, and they're along your path. But when you go that route, you're controlled. You're put in a box, and you're told this is how you do it. There's no other fucking way. But if the path is to heal people, no, you don't need paperwork. You don't need college. You don't need ABC. But you're not going to go ahead and get a job with any hospital. That's not on your path. So that's a harder path. How do you do that? How do you be on your path if you understand that Western medicine isn't going to get you there? See, you might try that path already and find out this shit don't resonate with my soul, and you'll be back ending up here. I know people that have done that. So where do you go from here? You shut up and you listen. Again, if you're on that path, you've tried it, you've whatever, how it doesn't matter where you are, right? If you're right here and you're at the point of what am I here for? I'm not happy with my life. I've tried this, I've tried that. I'm done. I'm so fucking miserable. What am I here for? Doesn't matter where you are. If you ask that question, what am I here for? This is for you. This is the answer for you. What am I here for? What am my path? What's my purpose? This is for you. This is the answer. Shut up. Your mind. Shut it up. Shut it up. Quiet. Still. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ask yourself right now, what is my purpose? And at that point, again, because if you didn't get the answer between that 5 seconds, the next answer you get is what your brain and your logical thinking is going to try to make up for you. You got the answer already. You know you did. But that shit might be hard to hear. It might tell you to quit hanging out with so-and-so. It might tell you to quit your job. It might tell you to stop this and that. It is what it is. It's going to open more doors. I know this because I've been there. I could be managing a cell phone shop right now and have 3 employees under my belt and working 50 hours a week, and I have a car and a place and I could take vacations and no. No, because that lifestyle wouldn't allow me enough time to research. That lifestyle wouldn't allow me enough time to really shut all that shit that comes with the responsibilities to hold on to that lifestyle. It wouldn't allow my mind to connect with what I'm really supposed to be here for. And that's the trap. That's the system's trap. It keeps you surviving to live. It keeps you focused on what it takes to do what it takes to survive, is what I mean. That's not how we're supposed to live. It doesn't allow you enough time to really spiritually connect and to try some shit that might be out of your wheelhouse. I'm looking into exorcisms. I'm looking into how Reiki can pull demonic entities out of people. And I watched this video of this lady that talked about how all her intuitive knowledge told her was that she's able to take energies from people that have gone to an Indian Reiki or a spiritual church leader, whatever. He would open up the energy centers of people, and her job was to take the energy and kind of put it back into place, to kind of because they would come out of that experience and they'd be real spaced out, is what her words were. And her job was to kind of put it all back into place and let them kind of level out. Well, that path led her to being a participator in a church healing group where people would line up to get spiritual healings. And one of these people she did a healing on had her neck and shit started creating like these crazy serpentine patterns, and these, like, this demon was trying to come out of this woman that this person was trying to heal, and she had no experience formally on how to pull out a demon or deal with it, but intuitively she went with her gut. I've been there. I've related 100% to her experience, and I learned a couple of things. I want to connect with this person to teach her the things that I've learned that I can't understand, but I know she could relate to. But this stuff isn't taught in schools, universities. This stuff is censored heavily on YouTube. You ain't going to find this kind of stuff unless we grassroots connect with each other. And that involves sharing stuff like this, sharing what might seem insignificant, but somebody listening to this stream will get some of the things that I'm saying and will connect some dots with them and be like, wow, I've kind of been through an experience like that, but I never thought twice about it until now. This stream will connect those kind of dots for people. So do your part and share this somewhere. I'm about to go hard within a year from now. 1 year. June 3rd is my birthday. You might see just the same you've seen for the past year until June 3rd. Unless I go harder before then, it's going to be the same stuff until about June 3rd, 1 year from now. If I'm not going hard 1 year from now, I'm going completely different. The only live streams you're going to see from me are in Winn-Dixie or Walmart or Burger King or McDonald's parking lot. And I'm just going to inform you on the shit that I've done that day for people that I've come across. That's all you're going to see from me 1 year from now. Unless what I'm manifesting happens in this time 1 year from now. If what I want is what's best for me, what you're going to see from me is the good old days. Getting on chat roulette, YouTube, whatever, speaking 100% truth and conspiracy, opening minds, everything that you guys have subscribed for me thus far to see. If my goals, my manifestation works out, within 1 year, you'll get all that back. If not, you're going to get something totally different. You're just going to see me changing people's lives on the street. You're not going to get a whole bunch for yourself from it, but you might. I mean, hell, you probably should, probably will. But it ain't going to be what you're used to, what you really want to see, what you're most entertained by, I guess, right? You're going to just see me changing people's lives on a grassroots level. It's less entertaining. Let's just be real. But I'm not here to entertain you guys. I'm just really fucking good at it in general. If I wanted to be the next Vsauce, I wouldn't put out half the live streams I put out. I put out polished, edited video content with special sparkly effects and, it's bullshit. Like, I can do that. You guys probably don't know the shit that I do professionally. I don't look anything like this. I only choose to be professional looking because it gets me somewhere and I see that path. It's not who I am. But anyway, I've done 2 streams today. I've really gotten a lot of stuff out. And I feel like those of you who've connected with me tonight, you're my peoples. You're my circle. Those listening right now are why I'm still here at this point. Thanks for that. Let me read the chat. Let me go back. Apparently the chat's not refreshing. Oh my God, I'm way back up to like 1:05 in the morning. The Horry Sheet Show, remember flat smacking people from the Tesla car? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. In 1 year from now, 1 year from now, June 3rd, 2022, if I'm not back in the Tesla flat smacking, it's going to be way different. I'm going to be flat smacking from the local Wi-Fi parking lot while I'm sitting there in the parking lot spinning poi for the food that I'm going to eat tonight. I'm going to be in Walmart parking lots at 3 in the morning saving women from being raped in the fucking bushes again. And if you're lucky, I might stream the story. You were talking about them shoving you into a hut. No, when I've been under Christ consciousness, each time they've shoved me into a cell. The funny thing is, they tried to shove me into a cell that they locked. But every 10 minutes, I was able to unlock it mentally and walk out and walk around the lobby until the security guard ushered me back into that same cell. So I was able to unlock the cell and walk around like magic. And it was the only form of entertainment I had that night. You have similar problems as Jesus. Yeah, Mark. I'm not as pure as Jesus. Jesus probably didn't go through a lot of the same traumas as I did. So he had a little bit easier of a path. But when it comes to purity, it's what you want, not what you are. Let that sink in. If you want purity, if you want to be pure, it means a hell of a lot more than what you are. I astral projected as a kid at school at playtime. Most of my out of body experiences happened during high school before I started smoking marijuana. So most of the experiences I've had were completely sober experiences without any prior drugs. So from a really skeptical person, I'm speaking from that level. I'm a really skeptical person of all the shit I've been through. But when I finally share it, it's personal experience. It's not shit I read. I don't read books. I'm not knocking on people that do read, but I don't read books and share what I've read from books. As I don't read. Reading puts me to sleep. Ute says, I remember I had a connection to my body, but I should get back to my body because it was back on earth without a soul or spirit, consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you know what? They say there's a silver cord that connects us. When we go out of our body, a silver cord connects us from our physical body to our astral self. I haven't seen that cord. I don't know about. I can't verify this is the thing, but people see that, they experience that, whatever, yada yada. I can no longer confidently say that if you go out of body, something can't get in it. All the times I've talked about out of body experiences, I've always said that that was a myth. But based on personal experience, I can't say it's not possible. I don't think being out of body makes it more possible to get inhabited by something else. I can't, so I'm not there yet, but we can be taken over. We can be taken over. Our bodies can be taken over by another spirit. I'm assuming whether we want to or not. Just because of people I've encountered, three different people I've encountered have been taken over by other entities. Yep, that's all I got. That's all I got. Africa says, so I'm confused. Did the astral trip occur in real time, or was it sort of a flashback memory of someone's memory? Okay, well, I'm not sure what you're asking me here. The astral trip I'm talking about, where I have proven the shit that I've seen was real, I went out of my body, and in some of these occasions, went out of my body from a technique that was new and thought, wow, that was really crazy that worked. Am I really out of body? Let me go back in and try that same technique again to see if it works. And I exited my body again with the same technique, and then decided to try to prove the experience by going through a wall, and yes, getting the experience 100% correct, to the point where the person I proved, in this case, I went through a wall, saw my dad sitting at the very foot of his bed with his own feet dangling off the edge of his bed to look at the ceiling mounted TV that was on his ceiling in such a weird neck raising position that I thought that was really uncomfortable to see my dad trying to watch TV like that. And I told him about it, and he freaked out. A, because the door of his room never opened. B, it was the first time he'd ever sat on the foot of his bed to look crazily awkward up at the TV. C, which was one thing he didn't tell me at the time, was that he had pillows propping his back and neck up so that he could see it from that angle comfortably, which I didn't tell him about the pillows. But I then remembered, once he did tell me, oh yeah, I remember the pillows now. 4-level confirmation. 4 levels of confirmation on just that one experience. That was not only enough for me to start believing that things might be more than just a dream when it comes to astral experiences, but it freaked him out enough to read the book that I had on the whole thing. Uh, he didn't want me believing in any of that, and he was very skeptical and thought I was being bullshitted until that experience. Then he asked if he could see my book to understand what his own son was into at the time. Did that change his mind? I don't know. Should it have? Yeah. Yeah. The Horry Shit Show. I remember watching streams ages ago that meet up with FE Chick, etc. Yeah, Caroline, Flat Earth Arizona chick. Yeah, she was. She's still a good friend of mine. We're still good friends. Talk to the workers like you're on first names terms with their boss. Oh, the cops? The cops learned really quickly that when I ask for their higher ups and I'm not going to talk to them, when I come to them with this Christ consciousness, they already know that there's nothing they can say to me that's going to get me to talk. So they have to ask for the superior. I had like 6 cop cars outside the house when Holly did her shit because they didn't know if they should arrest me or take her into an ambulance. What happened was they arrested her and took me into the ambulance. That's how good prevails over evil. I'm not saying she was evil, but whatever took over her was evil. But it was only equal to my level of wisdom and spirituality, meaning I was the highest of high, she was the lowest of low. Evil and good, it's hard for us to comprehend in that regard. The cops didn't know what to do. They're trained to be lawful. Neither of us were breaking the law. So they didn't know whether to take her in for a crime or me in for a crime. That's why I got put in a cop car for a little while until I had the words to say to get me taken out. The words I said painted me as a victim. The words she said, and I backed up, also painted her as a victim. So we were both victims, and we were both taken into a hospital environment as victims. Neither one of us were aggressors. That should tell you something. All right, buddy. I gotta go get to sleep. Keep safe. Trust in yourself. Good night. Good night, Africa. Hey, it's good stuff, man. Hey, Earth Pond. Nice to meet. Nice mullet, bro. What's 1 year from now, though? Are you really 5'3"? What's 1 year from now is if I'm not with my soulmate doing a duo dynamic live stream to change the world, I'm gonna be on my own. I'm gonna be living in the streets. Food stamps will pay for my food. And you guys will pay for the things that I do to help people in various ways, which I'll come across through asking for spirit how exactly I should come across by doing such things. If the time arises 1 year from now, June 3rd. June 3rd, either you're going to get the old days, the good days, or you're going to get a whole new version of Horry Sheet Show, both of which you're going to like. Trust me, I already know this. That much is true. I'm only giving myself a year. I'm either going to do what I'm hoping for is going to work for the bigger picture, or I'm going to do what I know is going to work for the bigger picture. How I survive and my comfort level on each of those paths will be drastically different. But I don't care. Because I'd rather put a fucking bullet through my brain than do much more of this for the next 1 year. If you guys want to help the bigger picture, support the Horry Sheet Show. Now and later. I'm not just going to say wait till it happens. I'm on a process. Patreon.com/Horry Sheet Show. $1 a month. $12 a year. What the fuck is $12 for the whole year? It helps me pay my phone bill. But if I had more of you guys supporting me, I'd do a whole lot more. I promise. I'm not here to convince you of that. My hardcore people know I'm here for a reason. I bet them toes are hairy as fuck. My toes don't have a whole bunch of hair, bro. I don't even have hair on my chest. Like I don't shave this, baby. I shave these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers grow hair like Austin Powers, but none of this. I don't have hair on my toes. Fuck that. He's just so pick-upable. I was trying to help him see ODD perform live better. He couldn't see, so I picked him up so he could. Ooh, I'm gonna have to take another shot. Earth Pond, I'm gonna have to take another shot on the ODD thing, bro. Ooh, get me talking about some ODD. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something, bro. Hey, ODD, he didn't make Horry Sheet's good list, bro. Yo, look, let me tell y'all. All of ODD's work that he's done so far, he's taken this from other people. He put it in a box. He had a really nice microphone. And he made all that into several very good videos to convince people that Flat Earth is more than an afterthought. For that, he gets a double fucking thumbs up. But Horry Sheet's real, bro. He threw Mark and Patricia under the bus not once, but twice. Twice. He threw them under the bus. The second time I'm most familiar with, he said that Mark, when the whole Mark and Metatron thing came out, he went immediately and attacked Mark. I knew it all along. This Metatron thing was, Mark is just a shill and blah, 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 blah. ODD threw people in his circle under the bus for being shills. The worst thing you can call people in the truther community is being a shill. How do I know he was wrong for that? He was in another live stream talking about it and apologizing for the fact that he threw them under the bus. Because when he watched Mark's video that Mark put out after the fact that he threw him under the bus, Mark had to naturally defend himself. It wasn't like it was very difficult because Mark had the answers that technically I understand because I'm a nerd, and I knew Mark was coming from a place of truth. Did ODD apologize for it in the public? No. Because he's a coward. Dudes, I make music. I can make music. I can make really good music. If I use other people's samples and shit, I can make really good music. Music I try to make is like 100% mine, which is why it sucks. It's cool. I'm not here to be a musician. I'm not here to be an entertainer. I just, I got some jack of all trades skills in those departments. ODD has decided to make rap music his way of spreading truth, but at the same time claws those people that are above him, claws them down to get to the top. If you want to support that, go right ahead. You're going to learn things, but you're feeding is someone's ego. Someone's ego that doesn't help the bigger picture whatsoever. And in the fact, comes with a bit of beggar energy. Little Freudian slip in there. Look, man, if I continued the Flat Earth Digest and continued to put all these other channels on the forefront, if I highlighted this and that and this and that and this and that and that channels, and I did not care about the whole what this one is doing to the other thing, I'd be way up there. I'd have 30,000 subscribers by now. I'm looking at the bigger picture, dudes. The bigger picture is who's going to be here to spread truth and not worry about how far along it gets them. Okay? I'm not somebody that needs this is a fucking green screen. That's a nice camera. This is a decent computer. We're talking about $3,000. I can be anywhere in the world with $3,000 and produce the same content I'm creating right now. Money isn't a thing to me. To people like ODD, it's everything. Their image, their perception, who they interact with and engage with. His audience is much bigger, and it comes from a place of his music. It's cool. Dude's way better at making music than me. But when it comes to the bigger picture, I'm going to give it to you how I see it. I got an email from ODD. I was trying to say, hey, bro, I like what you do with your videos. I want to spin some fire. I want to share your videos and mix it with my fire spinning because it also attracts people's eyeballs. And if I can attract eyeballs to your message, that's great for the bigger picture. But when I saw how he was taking his friends that handed him, hold up. Hold up. The people that handed ODD Reality the same award I was handed at the 2018 Flat Earth Conference in Boulder, Colorado. Wherever it was in Colorado. if he can take the same award presenters and the same friends he considered were friends and accept an award, at the same time he was telling everyone in his circle that those same award presenters were nothing but shills. That's a coward. Why are we promoting cowards if we're worried about the bigger picture? So there's a reason why I don't associate with certain people. I'm not going to lick your fucking ass. I might have 6 people watching me versus 200. But I tell you what, you guys are either passing through or you are hearing something right now that you might not relate to, but you fucking understand. That's cool. You get it. I'm not here to deceive. I'm here for the bigger picture. And I'm still learning myself. Where were we? See if I missed anything else. I'm sure I'm still reading the chat. Haha. Jesus had it easier than Horry? Sorry, bro. I disagree with that one. But hey, Earthpond, Jesus had it easier than Horry. No, Jesus didn't have it easier than Horry. Jesus didn't have media, social media, where Jesus could be like, yo, I'm Jesus. If he would have had that, he would have had more people defending him at the cross. Jesus didn't have that, and he knew he wasn't gonna, and he knew that they that were going to take him over had more power. So Jesus knew, instead of creating a biblical war, Jesus said, I'm going to die for your sins. And this was downloaded to me 2 days ago. Jesus said, I'm going to die for your sins. It doesn't mean like what we think it does in the Bible. Jesus says, basically, I'm going to die for your sins means I'm going to die for your sins because I know that if you know they're killing me to stop the spiritual growth of everyone, you're going to want to attack them, and that's going to start a war. I don't want any more bloodshed. So Jesus said, I'm going to be a martyr and die for those sins which he saw coming. Doesn't that make a little fucking more sense? Yeah. Jesus died for a lot of people's sins so they wouldn't kill to keep Jesus alive. Does that make sense? Huh? Yeah. Jesus died for those sins in the immediate circle. His immediate circle. His immediate country. Not the world. He died for the sins of the people that knew that if anyone was going to attack Jesus, they should and wanted to come to his aid, but they would experience bloodshed. And Jesus knew, on a bigger picture, he didn't want to create that. So he let them whip him on the cross. He let them shove needles in his hands. Let me tell you something right now, folks. Jesus didn't feel pain. Nope. He didn't feel suffering. Nope. When evil is attempting to harm the good, that kind of stuff transcends a level that we can understand. When I was attacked by Holly, when she was overpowered by that demon, she punched me full-fisted right in the eye. Twice, at least. 3 times, maybe tops. I didn't feel it. She punched me once. I didn't budge. She punched me again. Spirit told me, at this point, I now need to defend myself. So when she punched me a third time, she didn't make it. I grabbed her wrist before she reached my head, and I moved out like Neo in the Matrix, and I overpowered her like a toddler versus an adult. I had the strength of an adult versus her evil demonic energy was just a toddler in strength. I wasn't reveling in that realization. Jesus didn't feel no pain on the cross. Jesus had no problem being strung up to the cross. His intention knew that he was doing what he was doing for the bigger picture. If I can't get you guys to understand that right now, then I don't know how else to put it. Let me continue to read the chat. I've done at least 24 astral projections and 2 OBEs. Haven't had any luck this year much, though. Yeah, I haven't had any luck either, but I'm not consciously trying, Earthpond. Mark of Melbourne says he was saying in his upbringing, homeless in America, yup, demons can use our bodies. Yeah, they can. Earthpond says, my sister is definitely inhabited by an orphan spirit. She's crazy these days. Actually, she has no family. That fascinates me. That's all I'm going to say. Earthpond, I was petting my dogs in OBE, and I could feel their fur. It was so cool. And then when I went through a mirror, after I looked at myself, which I did not look as I am used to seeing, looking at yourself in a mirror when you're tripping allows you to see a lot of your past aspects. I don't know why this is a thing. When I look in the mirror, I see a whole lot of female entities. I was a woman in so many past lives. That's how I'm able to relate to women on such a level, and why I kind of naturally have a disdain for men a lot of times in this life. I have a lot of guy friends. I have a lot of gay friends and women friends for a reason. Straight guys, they're too brainwashed and mind controlled for me to even begin to relate to them, which is a testament to how this whole system has us fucking destroyed at the male-female relationship level. I get it. ODD is not the best rapper. Eric Dina is much better. Yeah, ODD, bruh. ODD, as far as his rapping ability goes, his music is on point, but he sounds like that generic rapper white guy. And I liked it because of his message. I didn't like it because it was really catchy, if I'm going to be as honest as I can be. But I wanted to be there because the message was good, and I wanted to spin fire and play his song in the background to me spinning fire just to catch eyeballs to his message. But when I realized that he was the person sending that message, and that all the people that would get that message would go to him like a Jesus complex, because that's what zombies and sheep will do. Jesus complex is a thing. I was just going to be funneling people to his egotistical fucking ass. And when I sent an email to ODD saying, hey, bro, look, we were already talking about, yo, I want to do a fire spin to some of your music. Is that cool? And he's like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then he did that shit with throwing Mark and Patricia under the bus, saying that they were Metatron shills. I was like, yo, we ain't cool anymore. And I'm taking back what I said I was going to do. You know what he said to me? I have an email of this. Oh, you must not be a real truther. If you don't know that Mark and Patricia, Metatron shills, you must not be a real truther. I was like, oh, okay. That was sent to me, and then sometime after that, he went on, oh, now it comes to me, Brother Sanchez's channel. he was live with Brother Sanchez and said, "Yo, I'm really apologetic for what I did to Mark and Patricia." But he didn't explain that publicly to his people or his channel or his circle. And that's why I think he's a coward. Coward! And we shouldn't give people like that energy in any capacity. Own your shit. Own your fucking shit. Yeah, I'm sure he's a cool dude. I'm sure he's a cool dude if you don't know his real shit. I had a unibrow when I looked in the mirror and my facial hair was all scruggly, kind of like how yours is now. Yeah, this is the more natural look, I assure you. I don't know. Patricia's a little weird though. Antonio Superat swears she's a dude and was in a physical relationship. Do the intuitively, I was Antonio Superats and IPS were on the same level when I interpreted them intuitively. My intuitive mind said they're doing a lot of good shit for the movement, for the bigger picture. But there's a shadow lining. Shadow lining. And I'm like, God, I wish I didn't feel that because I really like Antonio and I really liked IPS. But once I found out Antonio said what he did about Patricia, it confirmed for me the guy has problems egotistically and he wants to be perceived as more than he is. And he was ecstatic about landing a woman like Patricia to only deceive her when he got to where he didn't want that relationship anymore. He didn't want to look bad to his whole audience and used her to climb up. This is what I don't like about those people that climb up, like ODD and Antonio, even though ODD didn't need to do it as much as Antonio did to climb on somebody like Patricia to get up to the top, to elevate themselves higher or equalize themselves in the eyes of the sheeple audiences that Patricia and ODD and Antonio have, to equalize themselves higher than where they were by using someone else. That's what's fucked up, Earthpawn. If you've not met Patricia in person, now I give you a little bit of credit. But I've met her in person. I've given her a hug, a real hug. I've talked with her in my hotel room with Caroline for like 20, 30 minutes, just being real people. She's a woman, man. She's a real petite woman. No masculine energy at all. So it's why I don't promote people like Antonio anymore. There's a reason. It's a shame that some people high up in the level of truth in our communities has elevated to a level that they are through deception. It's troubling to me. And that's why I don't talk about other channels a whole lot anymore on my show. People have changed in so many ways I can't even promote them. And the ways that have made me as big as I am, it's through promoting other people's audiences and channels. And a lot of them have turned on each other and turned on the bigger picture, and I can't support that. It's like I'm on a different level. I'm not saying I'm on a higher level. I'm just saying I'm on a different level. I'm on a level that's more in it for the bigger picture and the average of such, as best as I can interpret it. Instead of climbing up and using one platform or one other channel's, I could host. Look, I could highlight Globebusters clips for the next 5 months and gain a shit ton of subscribers because I'm back on the level of my Flat Earth Digest that I've ever been. But it's not my path anymore. It was. and it showed me as much as I need to know now. But at this point, I know what I need to do, and it's share some real next level shit deeper than flat earth. Empowering you that you have gifts like a god is deeper than flat earth. It really is. And I never thought I'd say that I think anything is bigger than flat earth, but no, I see it now. I understand. I understand flat earth ain't really the ultimate thing that they're hiding, guys. It ain't the ultimate thing that they're hiding. It's the fact that we're creative people. We're creators. We're gods. That's what they're hiding. That's what they're hiding. Prayer is nothing more than instant. Prayer is nothing more than time release manifestation. You pray for something today, you hope that God is doing it, and it will or will not happen. Boop, 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 boop. Creation, hope. Hope is what sets off the two paths. Hope, create it or will not create it. You manifest it, you ask for it, you hope for it, and you trust that it is going to happen. It will. But you pray for it, and you hope for it, and you leave it up to God. Who knows? Be specific. That's the best thing I can tell you guys. That's where I'm at right now. We are powerful creators, and they don't want you to know. All right, I'm gonna read the last couple of chats. Transformers more than meets the eyes. LOL. I have to watch that movie Transformers. I have to. Like you, Horry, definitely a real dude. Which we live near each other. I'd hang out with you on the reg. I know, bro. I would too, bro. I would totally hang out with you. Anyway, guys, much love. Just know that I'm here. I'm going to be doing some different stuff now. You might see me streaming some really weird shit. All I ask from you is that you research the hell out of the things that I say I've done or if I've been into. And when you reach the point where you feel like you need to share, do it. I'm asking you to just share before you reach that point. Just share it because what I say is going to resonate with people, whether they're on my level or your level or whatever. The stuff that I share isn't coming from a book. It's only coming from personal experience. Only from personal experience. Like, I'm a real skeptical, and I don't like to share some of the weirder things that I've been telling you guys, but it's stuff I've experienced. So, share what I have. Much love. I'm here to wake people up. Who's with me? Peace out, guys. I don't know if I'm going to stream again tonight. If I do, it'll be some sort of VR gaming wind down workout stream. But I know that I've drank some alcohol, so I might end up streaming. But I know I have some things to do. So if I do, it won't be, it'll be for an hour or something from now. So don't look out for it. But much love, guys, and I'm outie. Peace, man. Peace, Earth Pond.